Yes, and this is the one I mentioned at the start of the show. So just to account for the 2 to maybe up to 3 or 4 inches of rain that may have already fallen in some spots. And then you can see there is still rain out there. So maybe racking up another 1 to possibly 2 inches of rain. So if you need to head out tonight, this is our radar picture and it's not really changing that much. Now, in general, these cells have been moving. You can see the movement from west to east, but we're still seeing this line of storms just kind of staying somewhat stationary and building back a little bit. So we'll see how long this lasts, but you can see the green shading area, New Orleans into Jefferson Parish, really the most kind of active spot this time of night with commuting and so forth under that flash flood warning until 8:30 p.m. I do think we should in general see our radar becoming less active, but we do still have some showers and storms along the coast. Still watching this line of heavy rain extending to Des Allemands, and then farther north of the lake there is not as much happening, but our rain totals today earlier were not very high, but this Kenner one will be going up shortly, and the lakefront one as well, as we have those heavy downpours over us. Just kind of have to wait for that to lose daytime heating, weaken, and then also eventually gradually move off to the east. This is associated with that moisture still streaming to the north from Beryl, and a big tornado watch area right now in the Midwest, as here is the low pressure center left over from Beryl, which is no longer officially a tropical system, but still bringing obviously some effects, including to our area with these downpours we've seen over New Orleans this evening. Now, this is mostly in some parts of New Orleans. It had been on the northern fringe of the city, and now it's changed a little bit as this cell kind of morphs around. But you can see there is rain out there. Temperatures cut back into the 80s, and our feels like temperatures up to triple digits, even as high as 106 and 110 like at Mandeville. Our winds are not very strong, but they have been moving a little bit today, and moving into our flooding rain outlook. No surprise that we are outlined under that risk of flooding rain. Also, the more central part of Beryl where the low pressure center still is, chance for some flooding rains. This is for tonight. Now this is for tomorrow, and you can see we'll still have enough moisture out there with that. You may have noticed the cold front extending south from Beryl, not actually a front bringing cooler air, but rather just a boundary of air, two air masses between which we may see some scattered showers and storms form. So for tonight, this is 6 p.m. It's not picking up perfectly on what we've seen, but in general, I think we'll see less rain by 8 and 9 p.m. And then overnight, there's not too much rain for inland spots, but we may see rain reforming along the coast. And that will be the case possibly into the next couple of days. Pretty high chance for coastal spots to get some rain maybe first, and then see other spots getting in on the scattered rain through the day. This is by 4 p.m. tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening things should start to taper off once again. Tonight we continue with a decent chance for the rain. The 30% is more for overnight, and then our low temperatures will be in the upper 70s. Tomorrow highs will be about 89. We're expecting scattered rain tomorrow as well. And that could be the case into the next couple of days, actually, Wednesday, Thursday, and a little less around, I think, into the weekend, although we still have a chance. We're looking for 1 to 2 inches, obviously a little higher, though. That's what that plus is for, just for a few downpours that could bring higher amounts than that. So severe weather not really expected, but some rain could be heavy. The good thing is that we don't have any more tropical development expected for the next 7 days. Beryl, we were tracking for more than 1 week, well over 1 week, actually, if you count when it was way out in the Atlantic. And now we're looking at things eventually calming down in the next couple of days, although it will bring rain and severe threat to the northeast, it looks like tomorrow. But elsewhere in the Atlantic basin, we're not looking for any sort of development in the next several days. So good thing there, but our 7-day forecast shows that rain chance tomorrow, Thursday, and then into Friday and the weekend, it starts to go down as temperatures go back up.
If you're ever feeling down, my friends, I just want you to